She'll run right in there, like, bring it on! She'll take off. Like, I watched her beat a family of raccoons to death. And it was like Jackie Chan in one of those crazy kung fu movies. Nuts. So I got some shitty friends. Not the ones that are here tonight. They're all good, but they're awesome. But everyone's got those shitty friends. You know, you got the liar friend, the one that's always got to tell you a story. Like, I deliver pizza, and one other buddy of mine does too. So I'm like, you know, we're talking about the dream pizza scenario, which is like the porno. You know what I mean? Like, there's that hot mom who's like, you have my sausage pie? Yeah, I got your sausage pie. And I'm like, you know, we're joking. I'm like, dude, wouldn't that be sweet? He's like, dude, that wouldn't just be sweet. It happened to me. That didn't happen to you. A million and one things. Then you have your cheap friend. So I'm a Jets fan. We go tailgating. And my cheap friend, we bring steaks, and chicken, and burgers, beers, the whole nine, right? We're going tailgating. My cheap friend shows up with 2 Coors Lights in a plastic bag. And he haggled the ticket price down. He was like, yo, it's $100 for the ticket. He's like, I got 50. Like, this isn't a negotiation. It's $100. He's like, I got 50. And you're like, son of a bitch, cheap friend. Son of a bitch. And then you got the one-upper friend. One-upper friends are always terrible. Because you know what I love to do to one-upper friend? You just make up something. You just be like, I got a herd of sheep in my backyard. You'll be like, dude, I got 2 herds of sheep and horses and a chicken. Where? Thanks a lot, one-upper friend. But then you got the worst of the worst friends, because it's every one of those combined into one. So while you're out at a restaurant and he's, chewing out on the bill, and you're just like, damn it. And then he's like, hey, you know what? I know a better restaurant because I'm the man. And let me tell you what happened at that restaurant. The waitress was so attracted to me, she just blew me in the back. Blew me right there inside the restaurant. Like, son of a bitch, you're the worst of the worst. Friends suck like that. So I have man tits, if you haven't noticed yet. Let me tell you something about man tits. There's no benefit to man tits. There's 0 benefit to man tits. Like, I'm never gonna get pulled over. Officer will be like, hey, you know how fast you were going? And I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. Struggling with this button. I'll slow down. Do you think it's a warning? Thank you so much, officer. Like, I'm never gonna get like a job promotion. You'd be like, hey, did you hear Mike got that promotion? And I'd be like, you know damn well why you got that promotion. Strutting around the office. Yeah, the office. Like, goddamn hooker. Sweet, voluptuous man titties. Just trying to get everything he wants. Liquid encouragement here. So I live with my parents and my dad. My dad's a little crazy. Living with dad, it's nuts because he's a cop and he's like a psychotic cop. Like, just the worst of the worst. Like, you think that movie Nicolas Cage, Bad Lieutenant, was bad? My dad is like way worse. He's like, he doesn't need drugs to be crazy. He's just nuts. And I always wonder, how did he pass the psych evaluation? And I just think, like, he must have walked into the evaluator's office and the guy must have been like, hey, Pete, nice to meet you. And he would have been like, hey, Larry, who gives a shit because you're not real and I'm just using you for this joke. But, Larry, nice to meet you. And he'd be like, how do you know my name, Pete? And he'd be like, listen, here's the deal, Larry. Just drops a file. Everything in there is about your life. I know about the gay bathhouses on Tuesday. I know about how you gambled the mortgage payment. You know what? It's all in the file. I'm a crazy motherfucker that wants to carry a gun. Let's make a deal. Folks, that's my time. Thanks for listening.
Give it up for Mike Ellison.